Hello and welcome to the WIHS Journal. On today's program, it's a conversation with Tony and Lamadi Navarro, speakers and representatives for Family Life Today's Weekend to Remember marriage retreats. There's a Weekend to Remember coming up this weekend in Windsor. So we're on the phone here today with some good folks from Weekend to Remember, an event that's right around the corner, and it's coming up fast, and it's going to be a big help for married couples. And they are Tony Navarro and Lamadi Navarro. And good to have you with us today, folks.
Nice to be with you, Neil.
Nice to be with you, Neil.
All right. Well, tell us what it is that's coming up, and what's this Weekend to Remember business? People hear that bantered about, but they don't really know necessarily what it is. Can you kind of give an overview of what Weekend to Remember is and what couples planning to attend can expect?
Yeah, so Weekend to Remember is by Family Life Ministry, and it's a marriage getaway or a conference with faith-based principles that's going to help couples cultivate oneness. And
how long does this go? Does it go like Friday through Sunday, or is it Saturday? How does this work?
Yeah, it's Friday through Sunday. They get a chance. They could actually get rooms at the hotel that they'll be having them at the ballroom. I think it's the best way to get the most out of the event. You can stay there and be away for 3 days together.
Oh, perfect. So it is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so they're staying 2 overnights. Well, what are the, at least this time around, what are some of the key topics and sessions that will be covered for this upcoming weekend?
So there's several topics that we covered throughout the weekend. We basically kind of talk about how your mate is not your enemy, but they are actually God's gift. Again, this idea of building oneness in marriage, and then, conflict and healthy communication. And there's some other topics. What are some of the other ones, honey?
Sex.
There we go.
Yes, when they like that one. And then also we end the weekend with legacy. What is godly legacy? We touch on what is the purpose of marriage. So there's a lot of things they'll be learning over the weekend.
Now, is there any way that you cater to couples in different stages in their relationship, whether they're newlyweds or been married many years?
Yeah, it's a wide range of different marriages that are going to be there. We normally see couples that have just been married for a few weeks, those that are about to be married, and then those that have been married for 40 plus years. So everyone walks away from the weekend feeling enriched, encouraged, challenged, and really never regret that they took the time to invest into their marriage.
Can you share perhaps any success stories or testimonials from couples who have attended in the past?
Yeah, so we have several, but we've seen couples who walked into the ballroom in crisis, and they were on the brink of divorce, and seeing couples at the end of the weekend tearing up divorce papers.
Wow.
Like we've seen stories like that. We've seen people healing from just unforgiveness, or then you have couples who are in a good place, feeling like they have purpose and wanting to use their marriage to help other couples. So we've seen so many stories and so many great God stories come out of a Weekend to Remember.
Would you say there are certain challenges that you just see come up again and again that couples face, and just wondering how Weekend to Remember addresses those issues?
Yeah, there's a few. One is that couples are not getting away. Number one, they with the hustle and bustle of raising a family.
Yep.
One's in soccer, one's in gymnastics. It's just hard to get away and to focus on the marriage relationship. So that alone is a big plus for them to get away. The other thing I think of as well is just that communication is a big one that tends to be an issue where I don't know what it is. We figured out how to talk to each other up to the marriage, but then after we get married, we don't know how to talk to each other anymore. And then there's lingering fights that are constantly going on. And so I think it gives a chance for couples to stop, re-engage in communication, have some healthy principles on how to deal with conflict and better equip themselves for a longer, healthy marriage coming out of this weekend.
How does dining work? Do people just go to area restaurants? Do you eat someplace there in the hotel? Is there something planned, or that's kind of something that people take care of on their own?
So Saturday night, they'll have a chance to go on a date that they do on their own, whether they want to order pizza and stay in their hotel or set up a time to go to a nice restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do that, but that's their opportunity to set something up for Saturday night.
I gotcha. Are there any special activities or breakout sessions planned for this particular event in Hartford? Or is that not the kind of thing you really do?
Yeah, as far as like Lamadi was just sharing on one of the evenings, I think it's Saturday, where we have an opportunity for them to break out and get alone by themselves and then also with each other, and then go out on a date. And in that process, they'll be able to communicate certain things, like a letter that we put into a packet for them to do. And throughout the entire conference, there are moments where we do pause, even while we're up there speaking, to give them a chance to engage and apply some of the things that we're teaching from the podium, because we know that it can just be a river of information just coming through from up there. So we try to keep a nice pace that you can stop, look at each other, start talking about these things. And I think that right there has been one of the greatest takeaways as well from the weekend, is that people have said that just a chance that we have to talk to each other that we don't normally do, with constructive layout of things to ask and questions and things to apply, has been very helpful.
Great. Now, how can couples register for this event? And it's coming up soon, I should know, this weekend, I believe. How can couples register for that?
Yeah, they can register at weekendtoremember.com. And if they enter the code SAVE100, they could save $100 off of the regular price. We have one coming up in Hartford, Connecticut, October 4th through the 6th. But there's also one October 18th through the 20th at, I don't know how to even pronounce it, Parsippany, New Jersey. So
I heard we have a promo for your upcoming event playing, and I heard that. I thought, where in the world is that? So that's in New Jersey.
Yeah, we thought the same thing.
But it's probably just a couple hours drive, so that would be one to consider as well. And can you explain the importance of the concept of oneness in marriage, which is the focus of the Weekend to Remember?
It really takes intentionality to work towards being one in marriage, one in heart, mind, and in spirit. And that really is the concept or the principle that the Bible talks about, that the two shall become one. And it really is a mystery, but it's a beautiful mystery. And we kind of break that down throughout the weekend.
I like that, beautiful mystery. And what advice would you give to couples who are maybe hesitant about going to a marriage retreat, in this case, a Weekend to Remember?
I would say do it. Just do it. You're not going to regret it. It's an investment into your marriage. Also, I believe into your legacy. So I've talked to couples a lot, and it's just, they always talk about how they don't have the money to do it. But we have the money, we're spending it on the wrong things. I think we need to reinvest it into ourselves so that we can walk away better for ourselves and better for our family and our communities. So do it. Don't hesitate. Get on the website, get your tickets, and start setting up your date night and everything else. You guys are going to have a blast.
Wow. So Tony Navarro and Lamadi Navarro, thank you so much for spending time with us this afternoon, speaking with WIHS about this upcoming Weekend to Remember. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate the opportunity.
You've been listening to a conversation with Tony and Lamadi Navarro of Family Life Today's Weekend to Remember Marriage Retreats. By the way, you should know that there's a retreat coming up this weekend at the Hartford Windsor Marriott near Bradley Airport. Go to our WIHS community calendar and look for this upcoming weekend, and you'll find plenty of additional information. The WIHS Journal is public affairs from 104.9 WIHS.